is in India since last 6 years. We have fair good amount of the penetration into Indian telecom industry. The biggest customers are our network equipment vendors, the service provider, the chip vendors, the R&D house, even the government-owned service providers like Airtel, MTNL. We work with big carriers, even with Airtel. I mean, we help them to evaluate the products before they actually deploy it into the network. So what it means is, equipment vendors, before they actually do the deployment in Airtel network, so they actually have to undergo different testing. What it means in the technology language is interoperability testing. So that means you will have to work your products with multiple vendor equipments. So when you are doing the interoperability testing, we help the service providers to simulate some of the field conditions inside the lab. So that's how we help them, in evaluating some of those the customer products before they actually get deployed into the service provider network. It is predominantly more on the performance testing, the functional testing, the conformance testing, and simulating some of the field conditions. We are close to around 30-member organization.
Okay.
We have our India headquarters is Bangalore. The Delhi is our regional office, which takes care of the pre-sales, the sales, and the post-sales. I have a big plan going forward. So it all directly relates to the growing business. So we have grown close to around, I would say it is 300% since last 3 years, at least in this NCR region. So we are growing, and we have very hungry and young, energetic team in whole India. So we are growing. There are definitely a good. Yeah, we do have the existing relationship with the global customers. The global customers in our area, in our portfolio, are all the NEMs, that is network equipment manufacturers. So we work them globally and regionally. So we have a global relationship with them, but we are extending it here because we have a local presence. We support them in all aspects, starting from during the development to project deployment, even doing the proof of concept to their own customers, like the service providers are their customers. So we provide them the support. They buy a lot of equipment from us. We help them both in pre-sales as well as post-sales. And this is more of, I would say, a value add, having local. From the global customers, we have we are working with a couple of the local organizations who are into the development and testing of certain equipments, who are the local vendors, rather I say, compared to the Ericssons or the Innosens or the Alcatel-Lucent. They complement their products to the bigger NEMs, specifically when they are getting deployed in the rural market. So these small vendors, who are Indian organizations, they manufacture certain equipments. We help them in offering our equipments. They are also biggest users of our testing. Yeah, it's a good question. Rather, I would put it in this way. Spirent help our customers to, in doing the testing at the back end. So what it means is we are not directly responsible for some of those services which are going to the end user. Rather, Spirent help service provider to simulate some of those conditions, the quality of services, the SLA, and we help service provider to make sure those are some of the quality of services or the SLAs are maintained. So basically Spirent aim is for the testing, the quality of service. So when you actually do the testing, so you know what type of quality of service that you can able to offer it to your customer. So basically the things are like there are plenty of applications which are running, or I mean, basically, most of those apps are available to the customer, but those apps are accessible by the people who are in the corporate world, but not by an ordinary man. So there are certain applications where we help the service provider to test in the lab. So there are plenty of applications. For example, if you want to simulate some of those Skype applications on your handset, just to give an example. So we help service provider test in the lab. So one of our tools that's called Avalanche will help customer to simulate some of those conditions in the lab and make sure you test the reality, the real network conditions inside the lab, so that when you have the services, for example, from Airtel, and Airtel is offering that app to you, so you have the same experience.